Alright guys, we are back.
Hello.
And if you don't know who this dude is, this is Hype.
Hello.
I know him as Hype Dog.
Yes, Hype Dog is fine. Hypes is acceptable with the Z. Hyped, Hype. It's all acceptable.
Okay.
Also
okay.
George.
Oh, Georgie.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Hyped and I used to play World of Warcraft in Exodus. He used to be the mage who did the most damages.
That's correct.
Except on General Vezex when Ethereals beat you, and then he'd be like, man, you suck.
Yeah, it happened one time. He brought it up a lot. It was just like one time.
Yeah, I mean, there's some RNG involved in that game.
A lot of RNG, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, whenever you wouldn't be at the top of the meters, I'd be at the top of the meters. So
it's true. It's true.
We had a good thing going, except when you used to private message all the Death Knights to give you Hysteria and all the priests to give you power infusion or something.
Yeah, it was a macro setup, just one button to send it to all of them.
Yeah, but that wasn't very cool because no one else could get it.
Well, you know, I asked first. I was nice. I gave them things like gold, and they gave it to
bribed them?
Every once in a while, I'd give people gold and just other favors.
Okay. All right. So he's a sleazy guy. He knows how to get things. So you made it to Hearthstone. I actually don't know the story too much. I know that you played a bit, and I know that there was a Hyped who got Legend among the first people that got Legend.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, I didn't know if it was you. So what'd you think of the game so far? Because I'm actually curious.
The whole game?
Yeah, like you've been playing for more than a year now. Because if you got one of the first Legends, you must have been.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Do you like give up all the other games, just play Hearthstone all day now?
I love that it's single player. You know, I've had issues with team games in the past. Like you feel like either you're not bringing everything to the table or people are holding you back. So I love that I could just like sit there and just play by myself, have my own thoughts. Like when I have a team that I can talk to. Yeah. And I always listen to their input and whatever they have to say, and I take it in, and then I just like go with my own thing later. Does that make sense? So I like that you could just bring your own ideas to it. Like I have a deck that I made, the Mage deck, and some people, they don't really get it. So it's cool that you can build a deck just for your play style that like totally makes sense to you. It's like really intuitive, but then other people don't understand it. And then you could look at someone else's deck, and you have no idea how to you don't understand it at all. Like that one guy with the Drain Life. Yeah. He said he gave his deck to other Chinese players, and they played a game and they deleted it. Whereas he made the deck and he loves it because it fits his playstyle.
Well, he didn't win.
Oh.
Yeah. You didn't see that game?
Well, he was doing all right. He won with the Mage deck though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He did do very well with the Mage deck. So you don't like playing with other people? That's cool. Have you ever tried playing competitive like StarCraft or Warcraft 3 or any of that?
Yeah, StarCraft was pretty fun. I was in school at the time, so I couldn't like put in like the 10 hours. So I put in a lot of time, and it was really fun. But it's also like really stressful for some reason. Yeah. Just to play a match, I'd have to take a break.
Do you think you have to play Hearthstone like 10 hours to be at your level?
I wouldn't feel confident going into a tournament if I wasn't playing a lot. Okay. If I wasn't playing a lot, I'd feel like out of touch with the meta, basically.
How relevant do you think knowledge of the meta is in this type of tournament where you have like, you know, almost half the players foreign and they're running stuff like Drain Life?
Well, I'm first concentrating on the group stage where I have no foreigners. I mean, all foreigners.
Yeah, you have Saviz, Alchemist, and Admirable in your group.
Yeah, so I have to know at least what they think about the meta and how they plan to counter it. It's like counter the counter, blah blah blah. Like who's going to go with like the obvious thing? Who's going to try to counter that? Who's try to counter that?
There's a lot of guesswork in the group stage, and arguably that is the most important thing that you just get out of the group stage.
Yeah.
Other players who we've talked to, they mentioned that they feel they have more control over the matchup when bans are involved, when more games are played within a set. So just getting out of the group stage, perhaps the stronger players feel more confident. Do you feel that's the case?
You getting on the well, I have a pretty hard group, so not so much. I do like the change they made. We thought there was going to be bans in the group stage, which is a good thing. They took the bans out, but they changed the rules, so now you can have 2 different decks of your 5. Instead of bringing 3 to the group stage, you could do 2 different decks for each person, which I kind of like. So you could use all 5 of your decks in the group stage.
Do you think if you're ahead in the group stage, because you only have to win 2, that maybe you just like specifically play stuff so you keep more stuff secret?
I don't think so. Maybe just one deck, because you still want to diversify your decks in the group stage. Just like because so I'm playing my first match, so I can't play the same 2 decks, or at least it's in the back of my other opponents in the group's mind. That maybe is he going to play those 2 decks again? Is he going to play something else? So there's some decks that are easily countered, some that aren't easily countered. So if you want to bring something counterable, you have to at least know that you're opponents are going to bring.
My idea is that if the opponents are more in the dark, that is some level of an edge, and you compare that against placing first or second in your group. Because if you win your first 2 matches, you're guaranteed to pass. Except maybe in the group of 5, that's I don't even know how that'll work out actually.
Okay, yeah.
But if you go 2-1, you will go through. So if you're 2-0, I feel that maybe it is pretty decent strategy to just play the same thing, even though you know you're setting yourself up for a loss.
I didn't understand what you meant. Actually, on the last, if you win the first 2, then okay, yeah, it's worth considering.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be many surprises, given the fact that there's going to be like strange type of decks from the Chinese players, and you know, because with the Hunter nerfs, a lot of stuff changed because it was at the heart of the meta game.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see a lot of surprises in general? Maybe not necessarily from you.
A lot of surprises. Well, a lot of people were counting on a Hunter ban, which I think would have had some surprising decks that you wouldn't be able to see normally. And some people might be afraid to play decks that are easily countered by Hunter. Now that they can't ban their Hunter, or maybe ban Handlock, something like that. It opens up room for a deck that you normally couldn't play.
All right. Is this your first time in China?
Yes, first time in China.
Are you part Chinese?
I'm half Japanese.
Half Japanese.
Yeah,
okay. Whoa, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't.
I know people take
don't say
that stuff.
Don't say that.
Okay. What do you think of it?
China?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
You were in Beijing for a little while, weren't you?
Just at the airport, so I didn't really get to see.
Okay.
Couldn't really see out the plane, so. But yeah, there's no smog here, really. It's pretty nice.
It's smog-free is nice.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
And yeah, the city we're in is nice. Like the hotel area, the hotel's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely been the consensus. People like to be pampered in nice hotels. And they definitely set us up with that. So they're taking good care of us in that end. As far as streaming setups, well, yeah, let's see.
Okay, that seems pretty good.
All right, so you mentioned you have a tough group. What do you think are your chances in general here?
Chances?
How much money do you think you're leaving?
I haven't done that. I don't do that kind of like percentages or how I'm going to win. I just play. I don't think about that at all. I just think about how I'm going to play, and you know.
All right. Well, good luck. There are a few Tempo Storm guys on the tournament here. Are you going to show them much mercy? Do you think you're at a weakness if you do play against any one of them?
Yes, we all pretty much know each other's decks.
Even the ones for this tournament?
Yes.
Okay.
We deck built together. We have different ideas like what classes to bring, but some of the decks we agree on, some we don't. And we all make our little changes to the decks anyways. So yeah.
So you're a little bit afraid of them, or do you think that gives you a better advantage knowing?
It's equal. It's
equal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just informed that your match against Saviz is going to be in 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, 30.
So we'll probably talk to a couple more people, and maybe you should get prepped for that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well,
sounds good.
I don't know who we're going to have on next, but we're going to have someone, and that will be about 4 or 5 minutes out. One of them. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be right back, guys.
All right.